I'm Pat Kiernan. This is Pat's Papers. We'll begin today's report in California.
President Obama is announcing new standards for auto emissions today. The story leads the New York Times, the LA Times, the Washington Post, USA Today, just to name a few. This move will create a federal standard that will require a reduction in carbon dioxide emissions by 2016. Depending which paper you're reading, it's either a 30 or 40% reduction. The LA Times calls the president's announcement a vindication of California's long battle to toughen standards. Defollow? What about noob? You may not be dropping these words into everyday conversation, but according to a story in the Houston Chronicle, the addition of such terms to the dictionary will push the English language over the million-word mark in just a few weeks. The Mars rover is stuck in some soft ground. Think of it like when you get stuck in snow. You step on the gas, all you do is dig in deeper to the snow. That's the situation the Mars rover is in now, and as the New York Times reports this morning, there's no one up there to give it a push. Also in the New York Times, just when you thought they had come up with every idea for a tax, San Francisco's got a new one. Since the city spends roughly $10 million a year to clean up cigarette butts tossed onto the street by smokers, the mayor wants to attach a 33-cent tax to every pack sold in the city. The Belgian bodybuilding championship had to be canceled because there were no competitors. As reported in many papers, including the Minneapolis Star-Tribune, just before the event was to start, an anti-doping official showed up. The bodybuilders all grabbed their gear and just left the room. One official said, "I've never seen anything like it." The New York Daily News writes that President Obama made it very clear yesterday when he sat down with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that when it comes to talking about the takedown of Iran's nuclear facilities, Israel must literally cool its jets for now. USA Today says the American Idol final is closer than it seems. If you were to look solely at iTunes downloads and t-shirt sales, Adam Lambert seems to be the favorite. Seems to be the way the judges have been talking, but the paper predicts Chris Allen could win over the conservative fans of Danny Gokey, who was the final player eliminated. And then the two singers will ultimately be judged by their final performances. A New York Daily News preview includes interviews with political consultants who say this contest has, in some ways, become a red state versus blue state showdown. And finally, will they ever learn? The Osborne kids ended up in rehab. Newlyweds Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey split up. A Hogan son is behind bars. Yet D-list celebrities continue to sign up for reality TV shows. That story's covered in the Boston Herald by writer Lauren Beckham.
We thin out the headlines each day so you don't have to. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Pat Kiernan.